just on my way home after a 28-minute tempo in the Asics Magic Speed. As you can tell, Max is pretty spent. How'd the shoes feel? Well, when you put them on a walk-in, gee, they feel soft. They feel soft and springy. Then the minute you get up on the run, that softness goes away and they feel very firm. What's really interesting, man, I can't wait to see the data comparing this and my other run, is that the way my feet just want to keep ticking and moving forward. Really, really cool pair of shoes. All right, time to go inside. I'll talk more about it in the car. Bye now.
What's up, guys? So super exciting. I just bought my first ever carbon plated shoe. Absolutely stoked. I've been wanting to dabble in this field for a little while, but have been a little bit scared to make the plunge because I didn't know if it would help me as a runner, and two, they're bloody expensive. So I managed to pounce on a deal for the Asics Magic Speed. Now, it's not a proper super shoe, okay? Proper super shoe has the foam, but it does have a carbon plate in it, does have the pretty good geometry, and it does have a fairly decent foam in it. So what I wanted to do was test and see, does this shoe in it and of itself help me as a runner? So let's talk about the test and how and what I did. What I decided to do was test out this speed and put it against a fairly similar shoe that I already use. So this is the Asics Evoride. I've had this for about 200 Ks, and I use this for my tempo days and some of my faster interval runs. The reason why I'm testing these two against each other is, without the carbon plate, they are fairly similar shoes. They do have a different foam, but they got fairly similar geometry, so they'll be used for a fairly similar purpose. Alright, how the test worked. Every Tuesday I go out for a tempo run, 2 weeks in a row. I went out first of all in these, and then a week later went out for a tempo run in these. Fairly similar conditions, same course. The differences were obviously the shoe, and then in the first week I did a 24-minute tempo, that was in these guys. And then in the second week I did a 28-minute tempo. So I'm going to chuck a couple of pictures on screen that show basically how the run went. First one I'm going to put on screen is the 24-minute tempo in the Evoride. I sat at about 4:15 pace, and at the end of the 24 minutes had an average heart rate of about 155 and an average cadence of 172. Right, that's fairly standard for me for a tempo run. Skipping over to the next week, so the following Tuesday, I'd had an extra week's worth of training, an extra week's worth of fatigue. Went out for a 28-minute tempo, aiming to hit the same sort of paces. And as you can see, even though I ran for an extra 4 minutes, okay, my pace was very, very similar, very, very close. My heart rate was very, very similar. It was slightly elevated, but that's an extra 4 minutes worth of running at that harder tempo. And as we know, there's heart rate lag, so you're expecting that heart rate to be higher when you're running at a harder pace. Last thing I noticed is that my cadence was higher, and I felt that when I was running. Man, those dogs. I'm gonna have to move inside. Bear with me one moment. In answer to the question, did they improve my performance? If we look purely at the numbers, well, no, there wasn't a dramatic improvement. There wasn't the 4% improvement in efficiency and pace that you see advertised in some super shoes. But that being said, the feel was different. Okay, they felt poppy. They felt like I was being pushed forward, pushed under my toes to the next step. The feeling wasn't perfect. I need to dial in the lockdown in these. It's a very, very flimsy upper. So I've just got to get used to that and figure out how that works for my foot. But that being said, the cadence, the turnover, the quick speed that I was getting with everyone was absolutely brilliant, and I loved it. The next thing that I want to talk about is the feel the next day or 2 days later. So on Thursdays I do a track session, and most Thursdays I've been really battling to get up for that track session because my legs have been absolutely, after running in these, I was flying. I was absolutely pumped and ready for that track session on the Thursday. So really, really happy with how they went. In answer to the question, did they improve my capability. If I tried them in a race, I would probably be happier with them. They probably would have improved. I would have felt like they improved it a lot more. In a training session, not so much, but they did help me to recover a heck of a lot better than the Asics Evoride, which are a very similar shoe for a very similar purpose. Take from that what you will. I will definitely continue to use these moving forward. I will definitely continue to look for cheaper carbon plated shoe options. These are a great option because they're designed as a training shoe for us mere mortals who don't want to spend a fortune on our shoes. These are a great option. Have you tried a pair of carbon plated shoes? If you have, what's your experience been with them? Have you had a similar experience to me? Is it more about the feel of them and the way you recover rather than the actual numbers? Let me know what you think down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye now.